This afternoon, another video surfaced on YouTube showing policemen pounding, beating up, hitting, kicking Okada riders in Abia. That video clearly said that the incident is happening in Abia, and on YouTube, the video simply screamed about police brutality in Abia. The question that we have on this night in this program is, what is going on in Abia? Why the police brutality? Can someone explain exactly what is going on? Because these answers are required for the peace and stability of this country. I do not know how this will be allowed to continue. Every day, these videos surface of the police brutalizing common, ordinary people, Okada riders, keke drivers, and what the question is, to what purpose? Why are all this happening? And why is it happening in Abia? What exactly is going on? These questions is continuing to worry everybody who is watching, worry Nigerians generally, many Nigerians. I don't know which Nigerians are enjoying what is happening and which who is ordering this kind of brutality against a people that has not been declared to by any court to be guilty and qualified for brutality by a court sentence. Police is supposed to keep the peace. They are supposed to maintain law and order. And if they continue to carry out disorderly conduct like the one that we are seeing, then one wonders what it is truly that is going on. Before we continue to analyze this, I will show the video of the latest video that surfaced at 8 a.m. today on YouTube of continuing police brutality. That means if we add the one that happened today, it means in more than 3 days in a row, the police is moving all around about beating up keke drivers and Okada riders. They have not told anybody what these victims did. There's no court ruling that says police should go and beat up everybody on the street. And what kind of policing, what kind of security is this? This is lawlessness of the highest order coming from the police. This is intimidation. This is subjugation. This is intended to harass a people and make them feel less human, make them feel less Nigerian than others. We need an explanation. If we have a governor in Abia State, he needs to speak up. If he ordered the police to beat up all the people that are riding Okada in Abia in broad daylight that can be captured in video, he should let us know what it is that is going on. If Abia is on lockdown and nobody should be on the street for anything, they need to declare lockdown. The only thing we know is a dusk to dawn curfew in Abia. We do not know about 24 hours curfew. But if there's any such, then it needs to be declared and announced and circulated, and people now know that they can't come out. And of course, when any government does that, they also need to be sensitive of the fact that the people, most of the people in that Abia live from hand to mouth. They live on what they do on a daily basis. So when you are locking down, you check the purpose of that lockdown and then make sure that you provide for people, or at least provide opportunity for them to pursue the true enrichment of their life. So the question is, why police brutality that is going on in the last 3 or 4 years in Abia State? What is happening? Let me share the video that just came up this morning. This one was picked up at 8 a.m. This morning. And then when we finish viewing it, we will discuss it further. We also want viewers who are already on the counter we are seeing to please make a comment ask a question. Let's know what you know about what is going on. Our intention is not to criticize the police if there's a legal backing to what they're doing. If there's a court ruling that says they should beat up everybody on the street, the court has ruled, and we will follow the rule of the law, because what we are advocating for Nigeria is for Nigeria to operate under the rule of law. But without any court judgment that says police should go out on the street and beat up everybody on the street in broad daylight, those who are pursuing ordinary efforts to make a living through Okada riding, then if there's no such judgment, then this police brutality is lawlessness to the highest order. It is unacceptable. This is the kind of things that cause problem. If it is the way that the Nigerian government is using to respond to or react to the security failure, the failure of its security apparatuses, of its security architecture, the failure of the police, the failure of the army that have gotten themselves involved in internal security. If this is their reaction, this is another failure, and is justiciable. And I expect that lawyers, private lawyers, government lawyers, especially of Abia State, the governor of Abia State, need to rise up, unless it is in their interest that all Abians should be destroyed. Aba is the commercial nerve center of Abia State. It's a cash cow for any reasonable governor to manage and make sure it has order and stability, so that the big harvest that can be made of that Aba from revenues can be achieved. Let's watch the video before we continue.
Why you do like this?
Let me help you. Every police brand, Nigerian police, killing a Nigerian man under discipline. Wait, leave the machine. This is the one that will bring us what we are going to do. Guys, I want This is Nigerian police. All this is Nigerian police is suffering all over Africa.
Will authorize the police to beat up someone in public like that? What is the main thing? Is that a means of arrest? Why would they tear his clothes to shreds? What is going on? What crime was he committing that he was being apprehended or stopped from committing that will lead to what is happening? Which law court authorized that kind of attack on a human being? These questions are for the police establishment to answer. They need to answer it to the people of Abia State. It is getting out of hand. This is the third or fourth day in a row where this bastardizing and beating up of people are continuing. I do not know how long they want this to continue. Do we have a governor in Abia State? He needs to make a statement. He needs to speak what he knows about this brutality going on in Abia. We don't understand it totally. We have not passed full judgment. We are asking questions and we are asking questions. And if you check, what I have done is to ask questions. What is going on here? It needs to be explained. These videos are on social media. The whole world is seeing it. An explanation is required. Nobody, if you cannot keep quiet and say you are a governor, you cannot keep quiet and say you are ruling in this country, you cannot keep quiet and say you're president of this country, you cannot keep quiet and say you are the Inspector General of Police. If you are in charge of police, you must explain what your men are doing on the street, beating up people, tearing their clothes, arresting them, carrying their bikes. Did they say that bikes should not run in those places? If there's such a law, there are no better ways that to achieve these laws than to come and pummel people, beat them physically. That is physical assault. It is justiciable. Do we still have lawyers who know what they're doing, or have all of them been countered by the police because they are carrying gun? My problem with all that is happening, meanwhile, is that by the time the people find out that you can only beat them, it's the same thing as those people you flog in schools. A child does something in school today, you flog him or her. Tomorrow, you flog again. The next day, you flog again. As you keep flogging, that child will become immune to the impact of your flogging. And if you do not take time, the next time you raise your hand to flog the child, that child will block you and pick up that cane and cane you, even as a teacher. I witnessed that those many years back. You know, these boys, they were rough. They were, every time the teacher had fun beating them up. And one day, the teacher raised his hand with his cane. The young man who has nice muscles on him, of course, blocked the teacher, turned the cane on him, and embarrassed and disgraced the teacher in public. This will be the lot of Nigerian officials, the police, army, whatever, as you continue to beat the people, pummel them, and destroy their lives and their property. The first day we showed this video, we showed several buses. These are commercial bus drivers. All the glasses in those buses were broken by police. That is inflicting something, a cost of something that will cost close to 100 and something thousand or 200,000 on a man who makes less than 10,000 a day. Keke napep, or many keke were broken, their glasses were broken, though you are inflicting a cost of something close to 20,000 or even more than that to a man who makes 3,000 or 5,000 a day. How do you want him to be able to settle those who gave him the bike and still find money to fix this thing again? By the time we continue to build frustration on these people, we are inviting Arab Springs in Nigeria. We're inviting Nigeria Spring or Nigerian Hamatan, whatever name it will be called, or even Nigerian flood and rainy season. But when it arrives, according to what happened in the Arab Spring, soldiers shot and shot and shot until they started running. They dropped their gun and started running. And the people caught them with bare hands and tore them to shreds and beat them up, marched on them, and continued until they overthrew all the stupid governments that they have in place in those places. We do not want that kind of nonsense in Nigeria. We don't want it. We need orderly development. Without peace, there will be no such orderly development. The security forces, the people in government, should not be the one that will activate the raw part of Nigerians. Shouldn't be the one that will push people to the wall. If you push people to the wall, it is a natural order. They will rebound. There will be a rebound. And that rebound cannot be in your interest, because that man or woman involved will feel that he or she is already dead. Therefore, they will fight with the last adrenaline in them. And that causes the death of the aggressors or the oppressors. So to me, this looks like an oppression. This is an intimidation. We cannot govern these people with intimidation. We need to govern them with respect. We need to treat them with respect. These are cash cows. They pay taxes. They pay rates. Even these poor people pay more taxes than all of you big men in Abuja eating the national cake through bags of money that you carry around. Because every day somebody comes to collect daily toll from them. Some of them pay up to 5 different fees every single day. I remember once that when I lived in Lagos, I took a keke on a occasion like that. And then as we stopped, somebody blocked us on the road, and they asked the young man to bring his papers. He pulled out a bunch of papers, and there were so many of them. So when we finished with them and continued our journey, I had to ask him, all of this bunch of receipts you are carrying, how many weeks receipt is that? He said, Oga, that one a 1 day receipt, and I never even pay all of them finish. If I reach the other side, that place I they go drop you now. The other people they there, they wait for me to pay. And I thought it was a joke. And true to form, as soon as we got to that place, he was stopped and he paid more. And I asked him, on the average, how much do you pay every day? He said, the cheapest, the smallest amount he pays out every day is 2,800. I said, okay, how much money do you make every day? He said the best of his days is if he makes up to 4,000. Sometimes it's only 3,000, and these people will collect all of it, and the owner of the keke will start treating him as a thief, and sometimes they will collect back their keke. This is the kind of challenge we are posing to poor people who pay the most tax in this country. We cannot do this and really maintain orderly development. Yesterday, I shared with you all what Nelson Mandela said. If you make life impossible for people, then they will turn to outlaws. I don't think it will be good for us at this point where we are to turn Nigerians into outlaws. And they say if you make peaceful change impossible, then you only make impossible violent change. And then all of these things are not good. We need to change the tactics we are using on our citizens. We really need to change the tactics we are using on these people. The best tactics to use to keep control over these people and also develop this land and do things in order is to follow the rule of law, laws of the land. We have laws in this country, but it doesn't apply to these rich men and big men. They don't obey any law. I was surprised one day I was in Abuja. I visited Abuja only to see that people with posh cars, SUVs, carrying very big men inside them. Many of them so well dressed, you know that they are rich and they own those cars they are driving. I will stop the people, taxi carry me. I say, once we read the headlights, the red light they want to pass, I say, no, you stop there. I don't beat red lights normally. They will stop. These men in all the expensive cars and clothing, supposedly who should have gone to school. Now, even if they did with their PhD, to me, they are illiterate of the worst order. They will beat the traffic light, which means it is even only these poor people that obey the laws. Now, for a rule of law to work, everybody have to obey the law. So if you apply rule of law and provide good governance, you will control these people perpetually. And that money you want to make in 1 day, you make it over time and it will be cool on your body and everybody will be okay for it. It is possible. This country is so well endowed to rule it properly and make all the money you want to make. Instead of stealing all of them in 1 day, according to one person in my place, he said, you get rich today and you die tomorrow, because that is what all of you are preparing yourselves and your posterity for. Now, I have this saying about Nigerian rulers. When you finish ruling Nigeria, you will become a hiss. You will be forgotten. And then your children will hide because they will never have a face to use in coming out. Do not allow this to be the order, because there's a better order. So the question remains unanswered. We're expecting comments. So anybody who knows what is going on, why is police brutality in Abia happening every day now? Why are all these videos surfacing? And this is not acted movies. You can see that those men are really brutalized. You can see the policemen aggressively going after them. What is going on in Abia? Do we have a governor in Abia State? He needs to speak up. Do we have lawyers in Abia State? They need to review what is going on and take things up. This is my message this evening. I look forward to an opportunity to getting more information on what is going on. And as we get them, we will share with you. That is our calling on the African Town Hall online television. You do have a great night.